Afternoon. We're Thursday, what are we? Thursday the 18th today, so it's better past 1. Sorry, it helps if you point the camera at the bloke that's talking. So I'm in the tractor. We've just, Lily and I have been to Deniliquin this morning, which is about an hour away. Just been over to a rice meeting, just on. It was about quality and, tonnage and that sort of stuff. We've been back about an hour, I suppose. I'm just heading over to grab the disc banker from Josh. I seem to be borrowing a lot of stuff from him lately, but anyway, that's all right. Lily's just drenching some ewes, and Tony's actually putting a knockdown over the rice ground. So plan is we are going to grow some rice, which is a bit cool. So we've put an application in for a contract. So hopefully we should know by the end of the day with a bit of luck that we can do it. So it's sort of action stations a bit. We've got plenty of time. It's going to be probably the sort of second to third week of October before we'll plant it. So we've got plenty of time up our sleeves. So just I'm waiting on the speed tiller. Just going to go and hire the big speed tiller that we've been get off my cousin again. So it's not actually at his place. I was hoping I might have been able to grab it today, and we could have finished getting this loose and ground ready and get it sown. But he's got a mate that's got it, so he's finished with it. He's just got to bring it back. So we might get it tomorrow or or over the weekend. We'll just see. So so just trying to do a few other jobs while we're waiting on it, and we can sort of tick that job off. Sun shining again. It's quite warm. But anyway, we'll get over this here. I don't know whether I'll do anything with it today. I just thought while I had an opportunity, I'll duck over and get it. We've got it then. The banks are pretty clean, so we probably could slip in and just dress them up now. There's not a lot of, usually they're pretty weedy and that sort of stuff, but just with the sheep walking on them, and we have sort of ran around and sprayed them in the past just on their own, just to keep them clean. So it probably would work all right at the moment. And then if we end up getting a big dump of rain or something like that, we haven't got to worry about trying to do it later when there's water in the tow furrows and that sort of stuff, because we've had to do that before, and that ain't a lot of fun. So anyway, we'll get over here, grab this thing, we'll get back, and we'll just see whether we make a start or not, or might have to give Lily a hand drenching the ewes, but she was pretty keen to have a crack at it herself. So just said, I'll see how you go. If you can do it, you can do it. If you can't, don't panic. We'll get a hand when she gets back. So anyway. Righto. I'll jump forward a couple of hours. Ewes are done. I sort of Lily was having a fair crack at it, but they're just a bit big and a bit strong for us. So I didn't want to sort of knock her around, so I sort of jumped in and did the last 2/3 for her, I suppose. So we've got the lambs. She brought the lambs down that are going to go over the hooks. They're going to go Sunday, so just need to try and run them in at some stage. You probably can't see them from here. Need to run them in at some stage to, crutch them, and they should be pretty right. We got some soil tests back for where the rice is going to go. So the pH isn't too bad, but we just thought we'd, if we're going to cultivate it, and for this year, we just thought we'd chuck some lime at it. So actually was able to get, I spoke to Gemma and Elders yesterday that we deal with for most of that sort of stuff, and we're able to get a backload of lime. So there'll be another, I think there's a road train coming shortly, so we'll have 100 tonne delivered today, and there's probably 20, there might be a bit more than that already left over from our last lot. Hey Puss, what's going on? So I've spoken to the guys, they're going to come and spread that sort of mid next week, so we're going to go pretty heavy with it, sort of around that 3 tonne. Our pH was high, was sort of low 5s, so we just wouldn't mind getting it up around that 5.5 a little bit better. So we've just got to, with the water price being so high, we've just got to make sure we do everything right with this rice job. So I have applied for a contract. Just did that before. So they're working on a hectare contract. So basically everything we
we harvest will get delivered to Sunrise. So anyway, we'll just see. I haven't heard back yet. No doubt I'll get an email or a text message at some stage. So I'm just waiting for this other truck to turn up. Tony's still here, so he sprayed the rice ground, and he's actually gone over and is spraying where we had the corn last year. So just it was getting a bit wild too, and a couple other little patches. So so while I'm waiting for this truck, I've got this disc banker on the tractor. We might go down and just have a play. Look at this bloke. What are you doing? You've been in and out and around my feet wanting a pat. You're as fat as mud. Has discovered that they can, if they're careful, cunning enough, they can get into the dog food. So I don't know where his mate is, but this bloke's like Garfield. He's enormous. Got a head on him like a pumpkin. Pretty cool having them around, actually. We lock them up at night so they're not eating wildlife, but dogs don't worry them. They don't worry the dogs. Anyway, enough shenanigans. We'll go and see how this is going to go. We might have to, as I said earlier, the banks are pretty clean, so it might work pretty well. But don't know. It might need there's a couple of things on this that we may need to have a bit of a play with too. So anyway, we'll go and try and see. Yeah, we'll see how we go here. It's always a bit precarious doing this. Anyone that's done it will know what I'm talking about. Bear with me a sec. Sort of got the big tractor on it because the duals just add a bit of width, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. So we've got to actually get up on top and straddle the bank, which is it's not a lot of fun. Come on. So what we've done is, yeah, this is going to go. Stay. Great for the camera to go out the back window, wouldn't it? Hey. Hang on. What's going on? What we might need to do is, whether you can see over on that one, there's a gauge there you can set how far it goes down. There's nothing in that one, and we're missing it's missing altogether on this other side, so we might have to make one just so we can sort of keep them the same. But anyway, all we can do is try. I'll just get out and have a look and see what's going on first before we head off. So yeah, as you can see, the jewels are off altogether, but you just get it in the V. And what I'm trying to do is obviously build the top of it up, but I want to sort of clean that toe furrow out as well. So these outside ones aren't too bad because you can see that one's pretty good. We've had it done with the with the excavator before. It'll just be more so the internal ones, but I'm just gonna, while I'm waiting for this truck to turn up, I just thought might run down and back out here But yeah, this, we might have to make another one of these for the other side, just so we can set our depth. Yeah, anyway, we'll give it a try and see how we go. That's all we can do. Put you up on that side might be better. You'll get a for your viewing pleasure. So, I'm not going to hop out, but you sort of get the gist of what we're doing. So we'll probably have to, I'll get out and show you, just as easy. We'll put them down and you can see why you need the banks pretty clean. Yeah, you can see that with the grass and that in them, they don't come up real well, and you get bits out there. But these outside ones are high enough. It's just the likes of the middle one in between the bays. You can see how precarious it is, the tractor. Yeah, we just want to build these ones up a bit, clean that sort of toe furrow out, or what we call the toe furrow out, so the water will run when we come to drain it. It'll run down there, all right. I don't know what we're going to do with this stuff, but anyway, it's had a dose of Roundup, so it'll get pretty sick. But we might have to walk the ewes home from the other farm just to get them to eat it out. So yeah, these banks probably aren't too bad, but I'm just going to dress them to tidy them up and fill any holes or anything in that's in them. Yeah. So I'll have a bit of a play here, and won't be long. Hopefully this truck will be here anyway. You can sort of see this one's gone a bit better. Yeah, I just went down and back, so just forms them up again. I might even, what I'll probably end up doing, I reckon, if I run over them all now and then give them another week or something just to dry out a bit. It's hard to know, because if we bring sheep in here, they're probably going to walk up and down them too. So yeah, whether do them all now, put the sheep in here and let them walk, pack them down a bit, and then we dress them again just before we go to sow them. Yeah, it could be the go, but you can sort of see there that it's sort of chopping that toe furrow out and cleaning it out. So that's sort of what we're trying to achieve. And yeah, the higher we can get them, probably the better, because when we come for permanent water, which if you haven't been watching along since we were last growing it, you'll get an idea of what's going on when I talk permanent water and PI and that sort of stuff. We'll get Miranda on. She's good enough to talk, and yeah, she can tell us what's going on. So anyway, I might knock off. It's about 5 o'clock. I'll just go home and mooch around the shed, I think, and wait for this truck to come. So yeah, I think that'll be the plan. 60 tonne. It's a good way to shift it. So yeah, didn't have to do any, inside of the tip is painted, so I don't have to do any banging or anything like that. It just all comes out, no worries at all. So yeah, don't think truck and trailers didn't look that old, actually. I didn't ask old mate. So yeah, anyway, feels as though it might be, sorry, I'm just trying to do two things at once here. Oh, crap. Go down one. That in. Feels like it might be a bit frosty in the morning. It's got the wind's got the chill in it. The joys. Anyway, we'll might liaise in the morning, I reckon. Morning. So we jumped forward a day, I think. So the weekend, Saturday. Morning, Tiny. What's going on, big dog? We got him out the other day when he was in. Yeah, he's a bit happier when he's on his own. So he tends not to hang with the sheep generally. So yeah, he's got the yard here to himself. Yeah, so sorry, got sidetracked. What are we up to? So yeah, had a water meeting yesterday morning, then I actually had a funeral yesterday lunchtime. So and by the time I got home, there wasn't sort of much of the day left. I did a bit of work on one of my bikes that I've been having a bit of trouble with. Tony and Lily, Lily went out and got a bit of hay and from the other farm and fed some sheep out there, and the ewes that we drenched, took them over to Woodland, so that was a bit of fun, I think, because they don't behave real well, those sheep at times. So yeah, this morning, we've got lambs. Sorry, I'm just looking at something else. Got lambs going over the hooks, going to Melbourne tomorrow. So I'm just going to run them in. I've got to crutch a few of them, so I'll do that now, and then we'll just see what the day brings. It is winds up. It's quite cool. There was a shower of rain yesterday, but nothing of any, no substantial amount. So we're still waiting. I haven't heard on the speed tiller where it's up to. I've put a contract in for rice, but they're not actually going to let us know till Monday whether we've been accepted. So we're just going to have to wait and see on that one. I will show you some numbers. I'll just do a video on it and show you what the numbers look like. Yeah, I had a meeting with Miranda yesterday morning in Finley before this water meeting. We just caught up and had a coffee and went through it all. So look, there is like growing any crop, and that's why I sort of scratched my head a bit at this meeting, that rice meeting we had the other day. A few blokes were going crook about it, and like anything we do, there's an element of risk. It's just, it depends what your risk level is, I suppose. Yeah, so we can. At the moment, if it doesn't rain again, I don't know what our yield potential is on our winter crops. We've probably invested around that $600 a hectare, and with the price of wheat at the moment, we might only harvest $700 a hectare. So it is what it is. It's just the game we play. So worst case scenario, we don't make any money with rice, but you try and aim somewhere in the middle. And we can probably still make that, $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 a hectare. There's also more upside than that. So anyway, I'll go through that in another video. What I'm going to do, so it's about 9 o'clock. So I haven't really rushed this morning. We've only just come out now. I'll run these lambs in, and then we can just crutch. I'm just going to run them through the handle. I'm not going to crutch them all, just do a bit like what I did with the ewes the other day. If you watch that video, we'll just see. Just run them through, reweigh them, and then we'll just see. It'll be interesting actually to see how they weighed up last time, what their weight gain's been in the, in the last however long since we did it before we shore them. It's probably only a month ago now. We've got some out here. I don't know. The little buggers, these shorn ones, which are out here, want to be everywhere bar where they're supposed to be. We've got some out here now. I don't know why. Anyway, they can just be just like kids. Just do everything except what you want them to do. Anyway, we'll set some gates up and we'll get them in and blow a bit of fluff off a few of them. So we've ended up with 135, I think. So yeah, a few of them had a bit of shit on them, but anyway, they're a bit tidier now, and I think we've got about 10 or 15 smaller fellas there that I probably should shear. I don't know, there's one there, bigger one. I don't know whether it's one from last year that slipped through the system or what, but it's, I don't know where it's come from. Anyway, so yeah, so $12 a kilo. They should come out around that $250 a ton or something like that, I would suspect. So $250 a ton, $250 a head. But we're actually reached the point with our commodity prices where a lamb's worth as much or better than a ton of barley or a ton of wheat. Anyway, we have been in this these waters before, so, and obviously they don't cost anywhere near as much or require as much work to grow. So we've got a sheep cat. Not too sure why he's a bit adventurous, but anyway, he was in here with us before, so seeing what's going on. Anyway, we'll let these guys out, we'll clean a bit of stuff up, and I'll just chuck these smaller ones back in with the shorn lambs. Yeah, so we'll just have to shear them at some stage, or we'll probably shear some lambs again, some trade lambs at some stage, so we can do them then. So yeah. Righto, jump forward a few hours. Yeah, I just had this shorn lamb seemed to want to not stay in the paddock they're supposed to stay in, so I just jumped on the bike and rounded all them up. Yeah, a couple of house jobs, just mowed the lawns, and yeah, just chilling for a Sed Diabo. So I'm just heading over. I've got a few bits and pieces here for Rob, just some garden stuff, actually, some hoses and that, so he can water the garden and the lawn and that we bought ages ago. So I'm just going to drop them over to him, and I might just do a quick cruise around out the other farm and just measure the rain. I hadn't measured it from earlier in the week, so we got out there. And then yeah, I'll come back and yard these lambs for the truckie has messaged me. Sorry, wasn't looking at the camera. Copy. Truckie has messaged me. He'll be here at I think 10 o'clock in the morning to pick those lambs up. So yeah, and then that'll be about it for the work for Sunday, I think. Yeah, turned into a pretty average day actually. It's pretty windy and the wind's actually quite cold, so it's yeah, good one to be out of it. So, anyway, we'll go and see what we can find, but yeah, going to be about the end of the day. So I've just pulled up, have a quick look at the barley. So yeah, so it's all out, coming out in head. So they're good size heads. So you can sort of use my hand as a comparison. Yeah, so it's not all fully out, but it's, yeah, by the end of next week it probably will be. And it's got a bit of height about it, like it's up nearly sort of waist height or thereabouts. So yeah, no, it should be good if we can just get a bit of finishing rain for it. So the plan is we do have a market for the straw, so we will windrow the straw behind the header, just drop it in a row, lift the spreaders up, and then we'll bale it. So I do just need to follow that up, but crop looks pretty clean. It's not a disease. Yeah, fungicide's done a good job. Might be a little bit down here on some lower leaves, but yeah, pretty much the next time we're in here we'll be with the header, hopefully. Sort of getting to the critical stage where we don't want any frosts. We're a bit luckier out here just with the elevation. But we have, you know, in years gone by, dry years especially, we have had where we've got the ewes next door on the loose in there, we have had a canola crop whopped out with frost. We ended up baling it. So yeah, it does happen. So yeah, but all sort of looking pretty good so far. A little bit up and down the crop. I don't know why, whether it's just with the bit of soil throw. I reckon I have mentioned it on videos earlier on. Soil throw with the seeder. Yeah, not too sure, but no, all looks pretty good. Canola's all, you can see it there in the background, it's all in full flower, so it's come a long way from where it was, 2 months ago when we didn't sort of know what it was going to be. Yeah, so it's pretty bit the same, but it's just crops have got really good potential. We just, as I keep sort of banging on about, we just need that rain to get them finished. So there was 5 mil in the gauge out here from, I think, Tuesday afternoon. I think pretty similar to what we had at home. So yeah. Anyway, the potential is there. So the wheat in comparison, it's only about knee high, but looks really good. Got really good cover. There's plenty of plants here. Sorry, good colour. It's just starting to come out and head as well. So we did put a fungicide and a wild oat spray on this last week. Tony did that. So, but pretty impressed with this variety. There's not a lot of it. It's called Kingston, and I don't think there's a lot of it grown around the place. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know anyone else that's growing it actually. So we're either mad or what, I don't know. Anyway, but was pretty happy with it last year. Yeah, and it's a good one. I think it doesn't grow that tall, which is, in big years, hopefully it'll stand up. It won't lodge, or what they call lodge is basically fall over. So yeah, again, got good colour. There is a little bit of disease on the lower leaves, but that's nothing to worry about. But yeah, no rust as such around, which is, our main worry. Stripe rust, and then, we have been getting what they call septoria. It's been sneaking into a couple of varieties, but yeah, this variety's got a pretty good disease package, but good head size. Like, it's just, again, we just need the rain. So yeah, all right, I might head for home, and yeah, we'll run these. I did let the lambs out that I crutched, so just let them have another drink and another feed, and yeah, so just duck home and run them in, and that'll nearly do for today. Hello. Get in. All right, knock off time. Yeah, all in. As I said, we'll load them in the morning, and yeah, for Monday morning kill, I think, or Monday kill. So yeah, we'll get the results of them Tuesday. Generally, you don't get them the day thereof. It's usually the day after. So anyway, just a reminder, I didn't say in the last video, doing a YouTube live with Andy from Narain Grain, Sunday night, the 21st. So today's Saturday, so tomorrow night, 6:30. I'm not too sure how it'll work, whether you need to log on to the Narain Grain YouTube channel to watch it, or whether because I will be logged in on my channel, whether it will be live across my channel as well. So I think it'll probably go for about an hour. I think just a general chit chat and farm stuff, and it's probably what Andy's doing and what we're doing, and yeah, we'll probably no doubt try and solve a few problems of the world, farming wise. We won't get political, I promise. So, but yeah, I'll put another reminder up in the morning on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, but yeah, 6:30, unless something changes, Sunday the 21st, so tomorrow night. Yeah, okay, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.